Okay, all right. Hold on. Good morning, guys. Come on, join us right here. Hold on a second. Give me a second. Come on, we got something to talk about. Hold on. Let me stop the music. All right, don't get me to start singing. Come on, good morning, guys. You gather into the room. God bless you. It is Motivational Monday. Give me a second. It's a Motivational Monday. It is Monday already, August the 22nd, 2022. 22 minutes after the hour. Good morning. Welcome, Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Wake Up Team, only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Sponsored by Comedy World Network. We appreciate you guys over there. Thank you. On all major podcast platforms. Also, you Google the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team. All the links come up. You go to YouTube, you like and subscribe to the page, and you can go and then you can go live right there. And so on and so forth. Now, come on, everybody, keep coming into the room. Hey, B Love, you there?
Good morning.
All right, good morning. God bless. Excuse me for starting late. It was a rainstorm out here, real crazy. B, I got soaking wet. Now, it's all good. So, and join our group on Facebook, one of the hottest groups on Facebook. Also, like and share the show. This way you get your morning love, but most importantly, only place on earth where you get your morning start right. Okay, enough of that. Now, B.
Yeah.
On a Motivational Monday, it's pouring down rain, and I know you're in Atlanta. Is it raining down there?
It is not.
Okay. Now, everybody, thank you. Good morning. I'm glad all you guys in the room. Now, here we go. So, I want to go back to some old news from last week, a few weeks ago. We didn't get a chance to get to, B, and then we'll go from there. Now, let's talk about the Tevin Campbell real quick, okay?
Okay.
Tevin Campbell, you know, our beloved R&B star from the 80s. Remember, everybody, put a number one chat room. Remember Tevin Campbell, boy.
Who does not remember Tevin Campbell? I mean, Can We Talk?
Yeah, right. Can We Talk? What other songs he had? He had I'm Ready. Remember that?
Yep. Goodbye.
He also had that. He also had that song. Tomorrow a Better You. Remember with Quincy Jones? Remember that?
Yes,
remember when he was like that was his first joint?
Yes.
Now,
exactly.
Now before we get into his music, so he came out again for the third time, I think, or the fifth time that he's gay.
Right.
And I find it weird. Welcome to the show, guys. Come on, y'all come in and let's have a good time. Shawn Harvey Morning Show, Wake Up Team featuring Be Love this morning. So he came out gay for the 17th time. And I'm like, okay, why you got to keep telling us this? I remember, like, back in the day when folks came out gay, like Miss B, it was news, especially for entertainers.
Right.
And for some of us, you know, some folks, it kind of broke their heart, or as far as the way they felt about gay folks, or it was definitely liberating for the musician himself or anybody who comes out. I mean, it must be a tremendous pressure to not let folks know that you're gay. I mean, I don't know. That's another issue. But
right.
Tevin, bro, stop. What are you doing? I believe, this is what I believe in, B, and welcome to the show, guys. Motivational Monday. Let's go.
Yes.
I think because we live in, you know, that social media, we live in that TikTok era, that we live in the days of the likes and the followers. I think that Tevin, who I think he probably wants a reality show. I think when you come out gay or you come out with some type of personal issue about yourself, it leads to some type. It's motivated by something else.
Yeah, maybe.
I think
he needs justification, but go ahead.
I don't know. I want you guys' opinion. I think that maybe this young man. As a matter of fact, how old is he, guys? How old is Tevin Campbell now? Got to be like in his 40s by now, right? 45, 50.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, look it up. Now, let me ask you guys a question. Come on, he has the hits. I'm Ready. Come on. Can We Talk? Put a number one chat room if you bought when Tevin when you dropped that album back in the day. Listen, B, I purchased that album.
Okay, me too. The one with the T, and he was leaning on his big T.
Yeah, right. I think he had on the white jumpsuit. He had on the two-piece suit with no shirt.
No, he had on a shirt. And I think that's where his struggle is coming in right now. You know, he was a very wholesome kid, and you know, it's almost like a Mariah Carey and a Whitney Houston type of situation with him. You know, where he was supposed to be this wholesome image and this wholesome good boy, and he couldn't hide. He had to hide his sexuality. So now that he doesn't have to hide, he's screaming it from the rooftops. I'm gay.
Yeah,
Let him be gay, Sean.
yeah, I want him to be gay, but don't tell me 17 times that you're gay. If you tell me, when someone tell me that they're gay, the first you don't have to tell me no more that you're gay. We're good.
Right.
And I'm for sure that the gay community are definitely embracing this young man. But to come out multiple times on a motivational Monday, and I guess he's motivated to come out to say that that he's gay. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. But I tell you one thing, boy, those hit songs, they still play his music to today.
Yeah. I mean, the music is fire, you know?
Now, they had and welcome to the show, everybody. Come on, join us. Let's have fun this morning. Let's talk. Let's conversate. Thank you so much. Please like and share the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team. And then last week, just catching up with some stories. Last week, the two gay lovers in Memphis, the two homies, the two homegirls, shot up each other in Memphis last week. And my whole thing, and it's just to keep going with the gay thing.
Keep it consistent this morning.
We're gonna keep it. We you know, shout out to all my gay folks.
Right.
I think that, and B, just looking from the outside in, and please share your opinion. I think that the gay lovers, like the studs, you know, like the Tony Birds of the world.
Right.
Shout out to Tony Bird.
Shout out to Tony.
I think when they get in relationships, I'm gonna have Tony call in too. I think when the studs get into a relationship emotionally, they go to a whole nother level. I think studs and gay folks, especially black women, no disrespect to all the others, I think that when there's a breakup or there's a argument, I think gay lesbian couples take arguments to a whole nother level. Because you always hear these shootings and stabbings now and stalking. If you're a gay lesbian stud, call in 570-982-6950. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, because I know, and we had this discussion before. I never stalked a woman before back in my day, you know, on breakups, and I'm very proud of that. But B, from a person looking from the outside in, why do you think that a lot of gay stud lesbians, God bless them, I'm a big fan of the lesbians, guys.
Yes.
Lesbian guys, I love you guys. B, why do you think women, especially the studs, are so emotional? They're very jealous too, in a sense. This is just from my experience. I'll share this with you. Welcome to the show, guys. Come on in, like and share. I did a show in Brooklyn back in the day with my man Brooklyn Mike. Shout out to comedian Brooklyn Mike. Love that dude, right? And we did a show somewhere on Myrtle Avenue in Brooklyn somewhere, right, at this club. And this particular club, it was a gay night, right? But they had a comedy show that was going on, right?
Okay.
And it was a whole bunch of gay folks there, and it was black folks, and it was a bunch of studs there, and it was, you know, it was this typical, you know, jeans, Yankee fitted, sort of like what I'm wearing right now. You know how especially the New York studs, they got a certain particular swag about themselves.
Right.
And I'm for sure, we'll talk about it in a minute, I for sure be love, the attractive young lady like you probably been approached by a stud back in the day. Yeah, you're quiet. That means yes. Now, wait, but we get into that in a minute. And B, I did the show, right? And you walk into the room, and you can feel almost the tension in the air, B love. The studs, and I was around a lot of studs. It was about 30 of them. Okay?
Okay.
And, you know, they had their ladies there, or, you know, just, it was a gay event. But the studs was looking at me almost on some insecure kind of like don't talk to my woman type situation.
Right.
And I felt that energy. And then I saw one of the studs have a deep conversation with one of the females. I guess I'm just assuming they were dating and there was something wrong. But you can feel that jealous energy.
Right.
B, why do you think?
Because it's not the same thing. I just want you to know it's not the same thing.
What do you mean it's not the same thing, B? What do you mean?
I'm just saying, a man is a man and a woman is a woman, and you can strap it on, but it's not the same thing. So they're always going to be a little bit intimidated by the fact that you're not a real man. And I'm not saying that to be offensive, but you know, I always go back to just because you're gay, you're not a woman. And just because you're gay, you're not a man, if that makes sense. You can strap it on, but that does not make you a man. So there's that sense of insecurity that we may, that the chicks may always go back. They may backtrack to what's real. So, you know, they want to lock it down.
Yeah, but B, if you make
me and Dildy or him and him.
Yeah, but B, if you make the ultimate decision to be gay, and shout out to my gay folks, you know I love y'all. I attended
we
three.
Love you.
I attended
love
three.
The LGBT,
I attended.
Elemental P community.
Right, I attended 3 gay parades in my lifetime, so knock it off. I was literally 2 minutes away from wearing your colorful shirt. They were selling it out. It was down here. They had one in Easton down here a few years ago before COVID. And they were selling the rainbow shirts. I was 2 seconds away from buying. And then the man in me was like, nah, bro.
Not you.
Not me.
You don't get a colorful shirt.
I'm going to support you, but I'm not getting the colorful shirt. We're not doing that. But B.
I'm going to buy it, but I'm not wearing it. I'm just saying.
Now, we know that men have insecurities before we move on, and they are jealous men. And oh, yeah, wait, let me ask you that question. So, B, have you ever, and ladies in the chat room, all fellas, B, have you been hit on by the stud?
You know, I don't get hit on by studs. I've never, I don't get hit on by gay. No. The answer would be no, Shawn. And if they did, I was not even paying attention. So, sorry if I missed the sign.
Well, B, I kind of find that hard to believe. Good morning, guys. Audrey A. Johnson. Good morning, my nephew Lee Scott in the building. Good morning, guys. Nicole Harris. God bless you. Yes. Kathy's in the building. LaShawn Oliver. God bless you guys. My man New York King Talent stopped in for a minute. God bless you, brother.
Yeah, King Talent in the building. Good morning.
But wait a minute. Wait a minute, B. You've been out. You out in these streets. We outside. B, you outside. You're outside.
I'm outside.
You're an attractive young lady. God bless you.
Thank you.
And you run these streets, and you're very receptive, and you know a lot of folks, and you get around. And you go sit there and tell me throughout your career, your life career, your adulthood life career, that not one stud has hit on you.
I think maybe once I was at a club and someone was trying to hit on me, and my aunt kept telling me, she's like, I think she's trying to hit on you. But I don't pay attention because I'm not interested. I'm not paying attention because that's not my lane. So yeah, I would have to say that's a negative, Shawn. I'm not hit on by studs. Maybe I'm not stud worthy. Let's just be clear. And just so you know, your career does not pop until you are accepted and hit on by studs. So that's a mission right now.
Well, then maybe it might be some reevaluation in your life, right? That's that one.
Why the studs don't want me?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one plateau you haven't reached yet, B. You have to get hit on by a stud.
I'm okay, Shawn. It's okay. I can take a pass on it. Doesn't have to happen.
Ladies in the chat room, have you ever got hit on by a stud? Put a number 1 chat room if you ever got hit on by a stud. Put a number 2 if you didn't. Put a number 1 in the chat room if you've been hit up by a stud, made a pass by a stud. Put a number 2 if you're not. On a Motivational Monday, let's talk about it. Now, before we get back into why the studs are so jealous in relationship, well, you just kind of answered that question, but I think it takes it to a whole nother level. And I'm going to call a stud and ask that question. I mean, because they're qualified, obviously they're studs. I just think that just to counterpoint what you're saying as far as the insecurity part, because a man is, they're not that ultimate man, or a man is not that ultimate woman, which I do agree. But if you made the ultimate decision to be gay and be a stud and start wearing jeans, and I don't know, no disrespect to the studs. There are rich studs out there. They're productive members of society. Let's just go with that. Please don't twist what I'm trying to say here. I just want to know. My question is, why it's almost extreme jealousy? Because there's a lot of, and I looked it up, and it's on my other phone, and I got it. I'll read it to you guys in a minute. But there's a lot of studs that are locked up in jail because of domestic violence that they cause on their partner. So my question is, why it's an extreme jealousy on a motivational Monday? Hey, we're here to help. Welcome to Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Wake Up Team. Be Love in the building.
Good morning.
We're here to help. This is where you get your morning started right. We're here to gather some information so we can take it out in the street for the rest of our day.
Right.
B. The studs are locked up. They're in jail. All my fly ass studs with the high top fade and the Jordans on, they locked up because they keep putting their hands on the ladies.
Right.
So what's that about? Is it almost a weird sense of trying to match being a man? Even though that you don't equate men to hitting women. I mean, it's happened, of course.
Right.
But do you think that the stud think that to have that bridge to being a man, they gotta put their hands on somebody?
I mean, you have to think about the pressure that people are under from a perspective of. First of all, let's just talk about life, right?
Right.
This is not a stud or this is just simply person thing. Usually, people who have domestic violence issues, there's control issues, there's pain problem. You know what I'm saying? Internal pain problem. Now let's deal with the fact that you have to, because even though being homosexual today is supposed to be acceptable, it wasn't for a very long time. And, and they're in their struggle of trying to figure out who they are, what's going on, are they accepted? Now, I just want you guys to know, domestic violence is never okay. But everybody's fighting their demons. And then when you're fighting the demon of being gay in this society, I don't know, maybe it's just a struggle for them and they don't really know how to deal with it. Maybe they need to go. You know what I say, Shawn? I think there needs to be gay counseling. Right? Can we go to gay counseling? Like, can we just make sure that you are who you say you are? Because there's a lot of people out here who are confused, and maybe that's what's making them angry. I don't know if I'm gay. I don't know if I'm not. I don't know if it's acceptable. I think there should be gay counseling. What do you think?
Wow. What a revelation. When you said that, I was just thinking about that, gay counseling. Or maybe there might be like a certificate, like levels of gay.
Certifications of gay.
Now, Kwani Kwan, good morning, Kwani Kwan. Kwani Kwan is in the house. She's cooling out without a doubt. That's Kwani Kwan. Now, she said she was hit on by the stud, and they're aggressive. She used the word aggressive. Yeah. So I'll flip it back to you, B. In your adult career, before we get back to the studs, and then we'll move on. Have you approached a man, B, and start kicking it to the man? Have you ever did that?
So here's my thing, right? I don't believe in approaching men. I don't know if it's the old school in me. I don't believe in approaching men. I don't believe in hitting on men. I actually, a couple of years ago, right, saw somebody that I was interested in. I debated for like 3 weeks, Shawn, in my head. I'm like, should I hit it? Like, should I reach out? Should I be the one to approach him? Like, what should I do? And I debated for like 3 weeks. And then I shot my shot. And it failed miserably. So my answer is no. I am not, I don't approach men. I don't shoot my shot, as they say. But it's a hard job. It was the first time that I actually appreciated men, because I was like, this is how you guys feel like when you like somebody and you want to approach them and you don't know how. So it's not an easy thing to do. And as a woman or a man, so even in another situation, like I don't want Tony Bird hitting on me. That's all I know. And I'm not gonna hit on Tony Bird. God bless Tony Bird. She's great, but I'm just saying it's not my lane to hit on men. Is that crazy?
Well, yeah, we're gonna get back into that in a minute. Oh, that's very interesting. Kwani, and especially Kwani and all ladies and gentlemen. So, how did you feel? She said that the stud was aggressive towards her, but how did you feel? Like, was it like how did you feel when the stud, ladies? If you got hit on by a stud, how did you feel though? Like, was it like on?
Yeah, what's that like?
Like, what's that like? Like, yeah, because and I'll share this before we get back into you being not initiating with men. And I shared this just a few weeks ago. Prince Cox, no pause, Black Heart first member. God bless you.
Miss Silly is in the building.
That's right. My man, the Godfather Solar. God bless you. And I shared this a few weeks ago, I shared this a few weeks ago. And Prentice, we're gonna talk about your football player, quarterback who got the Desean Watson, who got the 11-game suspension. He should be suspended for 11 years, but that's another situation. We'll talk about that later.
Oh wow!
Now, I talked about this recently on the show. And guys, by the way, 23 days no sugar. I lost 3 pounds, and I'm going to. Thank you. Let's clap. Next Monday be 30 days. If I make it that far, if I make it 23 days right now, let's keep it in today. And on that 25th day, I'm gonna have a slice of chocolate cake. Now, B. Now, here we go. So, I shared this on the show because I always share my life with you guys. So, when we were in Antigua, there was a gay guy down there. He was a fashion designer, right?
Right.
Good dude. Like, he was with his homegirls. I think his mom was there, and he was showing off his fashion wear throughout the weekend, which I thought was dope.
Yeah.
So we were all sitting together and we were talking, and B, my wife was standing right next to me. Shout out to my wife. Go get that money. Go get that money, young lady.
That's right.
Get your money. No doubt. Get that money. And I said to my wife, don't worry, I'm gonna retire you soon. Don't worry about that. So the gay guy, who's a nice guy, B, the gay guy winked at me.
Oh.
Right. But
so you got hit on, Shawn.
Yeah, I got.
What's that like for you?
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna share. So, but the funny thing was, my wife saw it, and the other homegirl saw it. My wife and I didn't discuss it till after the fact. Like, we walked away.
Right.
And she was like, he winked at you, right? I said, yeah, I know. Now, okay, of course, here come the jokes, because I was just like, well, damn, at least I said to my wife, I think that's a good look that some kind of sex is hitting on me.
Oh, wow.
At my age. I think that should be a good look.
Right.
We would like a grown-ass woman to do it, but I at this age, I could take what I can get.
Take what you can get. Wow.
But I'll tell you this, B, for me, and I talked about this on the show 1,000 times, I am so comfortable, I'll put a pause on this, with my sexuality, B, that, some men get highly offended. And for rightfully so, and for whatever, and their reasons could be valid.
Right.
That a man would wink at them in a suggestive way like that. And I get it. But I look at it as I look at the whole picture, B. Because no, this is breaking news, guys. I'm not gay. Right? You know what I'm saying? And I always say this on the show, I'm too old to be gay. I don't know if this 57-year-old rectum can handle all that action.
Right. Me too, Shawn.
But P, I'm not going to react Like, I'm not going to say, like, the guy winked at me. Yo, you winked at me, man. I'm going to F you up. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going to beat, you know, that on that homophobic thing. Now, there's levels to a man making a pass to another man.
Right.
It's a level. Like, say if I was talking to him and the homie kissed me on my neck.
Whoa.
Now we scrapping on the floor with my old ass knees. Now, you're not going to do that.
Right.
So there's levels to it.
Yeah, for sure.
But this is the way I reacted. I said, oh, he winked at me. And the cool part about it is I had 2 witnesses. So it made my job even easier. When he winked, I was like, okay, he winked at me. All right, guys, you know, it was great talking to you. Like the conversation ended and we kept it pushing.
Right.
So when that happened to me, I believe because of my comfortability and my sexuality, and I see the bigger picture, and there was levels to what he did, I didn't react. I just kept it pushing. Now, and then the back end of that story, like I shared with everyone else, we were all at the airport. Matter of fact, Kwani was there, and all the others who came down with Shawn Harvey, and all of us was down there, right? And we were at the airport, B, and I looked at my wife, and we were just sitting there. I said, listen, I got to go to the bathroom. Before we board the plane, right? B, I walked to the bathroom. The gay guy who winked at me was walking in front of me, but he didn't see me. And he walked into the bathroom. Now, the man in me was like, oh, hell no. I didn't go in the bathroom.
I'm going away.
I sat my ass right there. He didn't see. I sat down, right? Then, he did whatever he did in the bathroom. He came out the bathroom, and then I went in the bathroom. I go back to the sit down with my wife, right? She goes, what took you so long in the bathroom? What'd you have to do? You took a ish? I said, no, the gay guy who winked at me walked into the bathroom before me, and I stepped to the side, and I didn't want no parts of it. She go, oh.
Right.
So
do you think it would have been encouragement? Like, if you'd have walked in behind him, he would have probably, maybe said to himself, that Shawn was really feeling that wink.
Right, and
he
right.
He didn't do anything about it at the moment, but right now is our moment.
Right, and then he might have wanted to grope me or something. I don't know. And to go back to Tevin Campbell with coming out, this is old news, guys, from last week because we didn't get a chance to do all these news stories. Coming out being gay for the 17th time. I, if I'm not mistaken, Princess, help me out here. I think back in his heyday, I think he got arrested for soliciting the male penis.
Oh.
I think.
No.
I think Tevin Campbell. And God bless him. I mean, this is just public record. I mean, I ain't judging nobody.
Right.
I've been locked up plenty of times. I'm not judging. You know me. I ain't judging anybody. But I think that when y'all in the chat room, help me out here. I think in his heyday, I think George Michael just did the same thing. May he rest in peace. Remember George Michael? You gotta have faith. I don't know the words. Into by the way, and there's a baby like you. Remember that? Yeah.
I was watching the other day. You just brought him up. Do you remember the video for Father Figure for Michael? For George Michael.
What's
Father Figure when he's with the supermodel. I will be your father figure. Put your tiny. He got the supermodels in mind. With the supermodel, she's in the back of the taxi. I mean, they getting it in. He's looking his hottest. And I'm like, damn, Mike. I mean, George, you gay. But I couldn't tell in this video. You look spectacular.
Yeah.
So yeah, they had to hide that for a really, really long time, which is crazy.
I think Elton John got caught in the bathroom too. I will be your father. Oh, that song was rock.
It's fire.
Yo,
Watch the video.
I got.
Be like, you're gay.
I gotta watch that video. I gotta.
Waste.
That Faith album. Remember, guys, we loved that. The black folks, we loved George Michael's with that Faith album. He dropped that album. That was crazy.
Yes.
Had that song Hard Day on it. Had to be a hard day. All that. Anyway, I think him, Elton John. Y'all researchers for me, chat room. Y'all the third member today. I think Tevin got caught trying to purchase some slum.
No.
Now, listen. If I get caught for solicitation of prostitution, it better be a woman. For me.
What? Right. Well.
Because that's not going to be a good look that I come to the show, come back here on a Monday, and then it's all in the newspaper. Shawn went out there and tried to purchase solicit someone, and it's a guy. For me, that's not a good look. I'm just saying.
You will never go back.
Right. For a gay guy, that's a great look.
You can never recover.
But let's go back to that. So, I think who else? Pee Wee Herman. Remember who? Right? These celebrities on the motivational. Pee Wee Herman. When he got caught, like on 42nd Street in one of them hotels. I mean, one of the movie theaters. Remember Pee Wee Herman? He had the suit on.
And he was the biggest kid celebrity at the time. Remember the Pee Wee Herman show at the time was one of the hottest shows, and he got caught in 42nd Street doing the damn thing. Just saying. And yes, Tevin Campbell was arrested.
He was?
Yes, for a lewd act, and for a small amount of marijuana, Shawn. Blame it on that weed.
Well, listen, you can't. Listen, having the marijuana is required when you want to try to make love to yourself.
Well, is it? Is it though?
I don't know, mate. There's a lot of. If you smoke weed and make love to yourself, call in 570-982-6950. I don't know, like.
Because it makes me sleepy.
Right.
I am not smoking a blunt to get off.
Have you smoked? Right. Have you smoked the blunt and said, you know what? It's time for me to make love to myself.
I don't feel that way. I want to eat a snack. Like I want to go get munchies, but I do not want to play with myself. You know what? There's a different type of weed, though. I may have to investigate that for you, Shawn. I may have to be the crash test dummy on this one.
Now, B, I'm gonna tell you this before we move on. You felt miserable as trying to initiate with the man because you wasted too much time. You waited 3 weeks.
I thought about it for 3 weeks.
Yeah, well, you thought about it. Well, it's the same thing. And when you that first initial contact, that's when you should have did it. But my question is, and you you said you used the term old fashioned. But B, is it old-fashioned? I think a lot of women use that as an excuse today. I say that respectably. If you want what you want, you're going to go out and get it. That's with everything in life. Because B, you don't sit there and procrastinate a career decision, a decision with your children, life decisions. There's no procrastinating there.
Right.
So why do women, because that's what you're doing, not you. I say, well, you did. But I'm saying in general terms, I think women procrastinate when they look at a man and say, yo, let me go and, as you would say, shoot your shot.
Yes.
Shoot your shot. Shoot your shot. That's what.
Shoot my shot.
Shoot my shot. Big. So and then to justify it, guys, don't forget Ed Lover. Get that ticket. That ticket moving fast. Ed Lover coming to the Iron Mill Sunday, September the 18th. Doors open up at 5 p.m. Showtime 6. World famous Ed Lover. B, not doing nothing. Come on out. You be my guest.
Yes, for sure. If I'm there, I will be there. I promise.
So it's the justification of I'm old fashioned. Does that make you feel better, B? Oh, because what you're doing is you're just substituting one word for the next. Why do women forget about that old-fashioned? Ladies, you're not old-fashioned because if there was something that you want in your life, you are going to get it. You're going to try to get it, and you're not going to procrastinate. So I'm going to switch it up, B, if you don't mind.
That's good.
Why do women procrastinate when they see that tall, what they call it, a tall drink of water over there? Because let me tell you something. Harvey's never, and fellas in the chat room, I don't know, put a number 1 in the chat room if you never procrastinate. Let me tell you something, B. I might have been rejected 9,000 times back in my single days or when I was serving that community penis.
Right.
I was never afraid. I'm the type of man, if Beyonce was single and know that I am not built for that, I'm still going to, as you would say, shoot my shot.
Just shot. And there's nothing wrong with it.
You know the junk dude at the bar, like he got the baggy suit on, but he's the best dancer in the club. But he'll still go over to the fly girl and be like, "What's up, girl?" I'm that guy. But you know the baggy guy, you know the guy that used to be in the shadow with the baggy suit on that danced the best? He didn't have no self-esteem issues. But then y'all laughed at the baggy suit dude that was the best dancer. But guess what? 4 o'clock in the morning, he's smashing your ass.
Right. Yeah.
And as we know in the chat room, our beloved Amir Sealy is a great dancer.
Yes, he is.
And Amir, call in 570-982-6950. I know there have been nights throughout your adult career that you was on that dance floor slaying and you bagged something. But the point is this. I've been rejected 1,000 times when it came down to trying to talk to the ladies. But I never procrastinate. B, why? I don't think men procrastinate. Some men do. Some men like, I can't do that.
Some do.
But it seems like 90% of women procrastinate when it's time to shoot their shot. Why, B?
I don't know. I think it's, first of all, coming from where we come from, we were conditioned that the man, was supposed to approach you. And, we just came up with all these rules when I was growing up. So for me, Shawn, I just kind of feel like there's a value to a man coming to get his woman. I have found that, if a man doesn't put the work in to get his woman, it's just not the same thing. Like, it's almost like whatever. So for me, I'm just like, yeah, come get me. You want me? And I don't know. Maybe it's an ego thing. Maybe it's an arrogant thing. I don't know. But I'm just like, come get me. You want me? Come get me. Other than that, I'm not chasing a man. I just kind of feel like, I don't know why. I don't want to.
And I tell you why. I tell you why you don't know why, young lady. Because you sitting in an abyss of confusion. And I'll tell you why. For some reason, it's socially acceptable for a woman to get on her knees to propose to a man. You can do that. So if you can do that, why can't you go over to a man and chop it up and talk to them? I don't understand that. You're talking about, well, there's something of some gratification of a man coming to a woman, which I agree with you. That makes sense to me. But now let's flip it, because we live in the times now in social media where all traditions are really thrown out the window.
Agreed.
So if all the traditions of men and women, gays and not whatever, are out the window, then B, what's the problem? See, you missed out on the opportunity. We don't know. But I'm saying you waited 3 weeks and then the dude was already off to the next vagina.
Right.
You can't give a man a 3-week window. Oh, and shout out to my man New York King. Yo, After Work Fridays, White Plains was unbelievable last Friday.
Yes.
We do it once a month. The next one is September the 16th. B was actually at the first one. The next one is September the 16th on a Friday. My man Dougie B, promoter. New York King is the host. Shawn Harvey's the co-host. Y'all come on now to the Coliseum, White Plains Road. After Work Fridays off the hook. B.
Yes.
Traditions are out the window.
Not mine, though. I think that's the thing about, today is that people get so caught up. Everybody else is doing it. I'm not. Traditions out the window. Not mine. For me, I feel like there's a value to a man coming to get me. I think there's a value to a man putting in the work to court me, to even approach me. And guess what? The same way the studs don't approach me, a lot of men don't approach me, and I'm okay with that. Because I'm just like, it's not for everybody. I'm not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm a lot. But at the end of the day, I know my values, my traditions, they haven't gone out the window. So, sorry. I'm caught in the matrix, y'all. But I'm not giving it up.
Desiree said we all don't do that. They just started that proposing stuff. Did they really just started that? I don't know. They've been doing that for a minute. So
Yeah, they've been doing it, but again, I think we should start taking statistics on the women who propose to men, how long those marriages last. Just saying. Can we take a poll?
yeah, well, yeah, you could do that. I mean, yeah, B, listen, you trying to flip it, okay? And I'm not mad
A
at you
poll
for
real
that
quick.
because we're conversation. We're conversating. It's a conversational starter. I'm not mad at you for that. My whole thing is this.
Me neither. I'm not proposing, Kwani. Sorry.
No, right, of
It's a
course.
man's job to do certain things.
Yes.
You want me to treat you like a man, then act like a man. You want me to be the woman, let me be the woman. If I'm approaching you, if I'm asking you out on a date, and listen, I don't mind planning dates. Let's be clear. If I'm with somebody, I don't mind doing that work, but I am not approaching you. Like, come on, get with
Wait a
it.
minute, B. Hold on, B. Everybody, B Love on the phone. She'll be here tomorrow. Also, please check out her Instagram live every Sunday on Insta.
Wednesday.
Every Wednesday. I'm sorry. Every Wednesday. B, tell them when your Instagram live is, because I'm gonna
Every
screw it up.
Wednesday, guys. So I do a live every Wednesday. It's called on LGO Real Talk on Instagram, and we talk about everything that has to do with fixing yourself.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Knowing your worth. And I'm not saying that you don't know your worth when you're approaching people, but I'm just like, as a woman, we come from a society that has like made us feel like we have to change who we are as women. And as a woman, I want to be a feminine. I don't want
All right.
to approach men.
Hold on. I gotta stop you. Knock it off.
I don't want to approach men.
You
Sean,
can't.
no.
So B, let me ask you this question. Have you
Right.
ever been? B, you're a grown ass woman. You got your life together, but and like my mother always say, thank God for Jesus for that. And 99% of these women in the chat room who listen to this show have their life together. And I appreciate all you guys for taking the moment to listen to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show Feature Wake Up Team. Thank you. But let's be real, ladies. Hold on. Have there B? I say this to B and all the women in the chat room before we move on. We was talking about Tevin Campbell coming out being gay for the 17th time. And it led to this. B, have you
Right.
ever been around a social setting and saw a man that's by himself or with his homies from across the room? You know, he has that certain swag and he's your type. Whatever type that's in your mind, that man is standing right there. There's
Right.
no turbulence. He's with his guy. There's no women around. It's just a clean shot. Is there something internally within you and all women that do women have that conversation with themselves when they see a fine ass man and go, he fine as hell, but we should go over there and say hello? Do women have? Because that's what men do. I look and go, damn, it's a bad bitch. Let me go holler at her. That's what men do.
Right.
Do women, even if you don't approach the man, is there something that you say in your mind like he fine as hell? Do I go over there? How does that work, B?
We may look and be like, damn, he fine as hell. I'm gonna give you eye action. I might, be like, hey, what's up? Like, you can say a whole lot without saying anything. But I am not going over to you. I am not like, hey, how you doing? I'm not doing that. Like, I'll give you a vibe that is open for you to come over, but I'm not going over to approach you. I'm sorry. I'm old school like that. I'm just like, come approach me. If you see me, I see you. We throwing winks, we throwing signals. Come over.
Boy,
But I'm
that
not
must
going to
that must be brutal for a woman, honestly. To refrain from approaching a man that's your type and that you're attracted to, because you're waiting for him to come over to you. Back to the procrastination. B, have you ever been in a situation where you saw your type of man and you looked and he was fine as hell and he was by himself or whatever with his guys, and then a half an hour, hour or two later, he's sitting there talking to another woman? Have you ever been in that situation to go, oh wow, maybe I should have? Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, I've seen it. But guess what?
What?
Talk to her ass. Please continue. I gave you the signal. You threw it back. You ain't do nothing with it. Go ahead and talk to her. I'm not missing out on anything if, again, the man that I want is going to approach me. So if he's talking to somebody else, he ain't for me then. He's for them streets, Shawn. You know what I'm saying? You got to identify when they for the streets and when they for you. That's all I'm saying.
Man. Well, listen, this is just a guesstimation
right
for me.
there.
This is just a guesstimation for me. I think, and I'm not gonna go into this relationship situation because I know you love going down that lane. I want to talk about Dennis Rodman for a second.
Okay.
Uh, I, I believe that a lot of women, and guys, if you're new to the show, I'm not a relationship expert. You already know. And if you don't know, I've been in 78 relationships, been thrown out of 57 women houses, 3 baby mothers, married twice, divorced. I am not that guy. I got a wealth of experience.
Right.
I'm currently, if you don't know, I'm currently married right now, 1 vagina.
Right.
But B, you know how many opportunities have passed by, and I know everybody's gonna hit me with, God's got a plan for me. I get it. But B, you know how many opportunities that you and other women have passed you by because you just simply didn't walk over to a grown ass man that you're attracted to and said hello? You know how many husbands you done had let walk out the room, B? B, you must have let at least 7 husbands walk out the room.
I'm good.
I know you good because you got Jesus in your life. I know that.
I got you.
I know, and you see how you have to dumb it down to I'm good. No, are you good? B, are you good?
I am.
You may B.
Hold on. How did the roast become about me? I thought we were talking about Tevin.
B.
How did it come down?
It's gonna circle. It's gonna circle back to Kevin. Tevin, it's gonna circle back. Ladies in the chat room, I know you said Desiree is an opponent of the old school. I see that, and I get it.
What's for me is for me, right?
I hear you.
If it's meant to be, it'll be. I don't have to force anything.
Give it to Jesus!
Come get me.
Jesus is gonna bring you, man. I get it. But ladies, you're not gonna sit here and tell me, and men, well, not for me, and not for, I'm gonna speak for the men. Princess Cox, myself, and all the other men, we as you would say, we shot that shot. We got rejected 1,000 times. But we keep, because we're men, we keep it pushing. We keep making advancements. We keep saying hello to the ladies. We keep getting rejected. But, of course, it's that one that, that's it. We're good.
Right. Not today.
But ladies, you can't sit here and tell me via the internet and being all the information that we know via social media and the TikToks and the Facebooks and the Instagrams and all this viable information that is available for you right in your hand on a device. You can't sit here and tell me that the traditions are being broken each and every day. You're right, Beast. There are some traditions that have to be upheld. Like the getting on the knee thing. I totally agree with you and Desiree and the others. I don't think a woman should get on the knee. We talked about that before. But there are some traditions that are breaking. Ladies, are you sitting here and telling me, put a number 1 in the chat room, have you ever made an advancement to a man? And if you haven't made an advancement to a man as an adult woman, I sympathize with you. Ladies, live a little if you're single at this point in your life. At least try it. B did. It worked out horrific for her because she waited 3 weeks.
With the timetable, Sean, that's where I went wrong. It was the timetable.
Ladies, if you're single or if you know one of your homegirls that's single, have that conversation. Again, I'm not qualified. You already know. But I'm saying, ladies, have that conversation when you're sitting there at the all-white party. You're sitting on that purple couch looking crazy. 7 of y'all. You're fine as hell. There's 12 available men sitting over there, and you won't get up and say nothing. Live a little, ladies.
Yeah.
Live a little.
Yeah.
Because,
okay,
B, you know how...
Advice, ladies.
B,
guess what? Run to that line and go ahead and pick up those men, and guess what? They They're gonna be the same raggedy men that if they
See,
approached you,
see,
and it's just like, yeah, stay in your lane.
see,
Let
see,
them come to you. Let them come to you.
see. Here
We are
come,
living single, single and happy. Right, Nicole? I see you. Thank
see,
you.
see. Here come that resentment.
Oh Lord.
Here come the
I just
past
turned it
experience.
left down to a negative link.
Here, yeah, here come the, here come the hurt and the pain and the resentment and not letting it go.
I just made it right. Yo, act right Avenue.
We can go, but let me tell you on the flip side, ladies, Nicole Harris and all the others, and Desiree and the ambassador, and also
So Sean, let me ask you this.
hold your thought. Hold your thought. Hold your thought. Let me just say this because I got the ADHD. I'm gonna forget. You can hold your information better than I can. B, do you know? And this has happened to me. You know, I've had a slutty lifestyle until I found Jesus. B, guys, no, I don't go to church like that, guys. B, there's been several occasions in my adult life that I was at functions, even as recently when I was single, that just say from the outside, B, where beautiful women have approached me and started chopping it up with me, right? But B, do you for a man, do you know what type of turn on that is? For a man, for a woman to come up and go, hey, what's going on, blah blah blah, and just have that conversation.
Is it?
Men, okay, let's keep it to Harvey, and men like Harvey. Remember, I'm a grown ass man. I'm around beautiful women every other night of the week because of my occupation.
Right.
Shout out to all the beautiful women out there, even the ugly chicks, no doubt.
Shout out to them.
I need that money too.
Right.
B. B, let me tell you something. It is a night to remember for a man when a woman approach, and as a grown-ass man, I'm not looking at that woman like she some kind of, because I don't know, women think that we dumb it all the way down to, yo, she's a slut, she's a hoe, she's this, because she came running over for me. Not at all. If it's a genuine connection, grown men like me are not looking at the situation or looking at the person like there's some type of slut. Maybe in some situations. But generally speaking, I'm not going to do that. If the vibes are right, the place is right, everything is copacetica, I'm not going to look at a woman like, oh, she came over to me talking to me. Yo, son, she on my shit, son. I mean, sorry, excuse me first.
For real.
Yo, son, she on my D, yo. Yo, she on my D. No. I mean, yeah, back when I was in my 20s, yeah, and I was full of myself. Yo, she on my D, yo. No. We're grown now. It's a turn on. So women, you are actually robbing yourselves from that introduction to talking to a man, because a man find that very gratifying. I mean, a grown-ass man. That's all I'm going to say about this. Go ahead, B. You got the last word. I'm going to leave it alone.
I was just going to ask, like, so, you know, if I was to approach a man, give me some tips, like, what to... So here's the funny part, right? You know, I travel a lot.
Yes.
And you know, it's not uncommon for me to be at the hotel bar by myself. And I will find that, you know, people will sit down, men will sit down, they'll talk, we'll have great conversations at the bar. It doesn't have to be anything, like it's just conversation, right? But at the same time, it's like, I'm open. If you want to shoot your shot, shoot it. But if you don't, I'm okay with it because I didn't come here for that, right? So how do I, like, shoot my shot, Sean? Like, what do I say? Hey, Sean, my name is Beloved. You know, I just saw you from across the room. And I just wanted to come over and say hi. What the hell do I say?
That's what you...
I don't know how to shoot my...
B, that's it. You did it. What are you talking about? You have the speech right there. That's it. And when you say that, I'm saying, how you doing? My name is Shawn. What's going on? Come on, sit down. Yeah, the game's on. Yeah, the flight's delayed. Maybe we sitting in Delta in the Sky Class restaurant before the flight. And we'll talk about the surface situation in the moment, the food, the weather, and all. Well, that's it. What you just said is actually the appropriate line to talk to a man. And my whole thing is, why is it so much turbulence in the way to just simply say that? That's all. That's it. what you just said, fellas in the chat room, put a number one in the chat room as that was a good look, what she just said, because it was.
Now I'm going to be out here shooting my shot. Good morning. My name is Sweet Love. How are you today?
Yeah. I mean, walk to the wall. Make sure that, like, wherever you are right now, look at the wall. Picture that man. And walk over to the wall and just say what you just said to me. I just see, and as grown-ass adults, what's the problem with that?
I don't know if there's anything wrong with it. Again, I just think there's a loss of value when a man does not put the work in. Like, so you know how you men always say that we choose you guys, right? And we may in the beginning and be like, okay, like, we'll choose you after you approach us. It's almost like you have to choose us first. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like you have to choose us first. So once you come over and you're like, hey, B, my name is Shawn, you know, whatever. Now I get to decide if I choose you, but you're supposed to choose me first. So I don't know. It's a struggle, Shawn. It's a struggle. It's a struggle out here for us single women. It's hard out here for a pimp. It's hard.
Well, you just prove. I'm sorry to say this, B. It's a total contradiction. What you're saying right now is just really horrifically wrong. You just said the speech that just men want to hear.
Okay.
You just said it, but you put everything else in the way for not going up to a man and say anything. That was.
What's up, Shawn?
Okay, everybody. Tony Bird's on the phone.
Tony.
Oh no. What's going on?
Tony Bird's on the phone. Everybody clap. This is my homie. She's funny as hell, and y'all that listen to my show, and if y'all seen Tony Bird rock out, you know what it is.
Y'all know what it is. Don't play with it.
Now, Tony, thank you for calling. I know I just called you on surprise. Here we go. This is what we're doing. Tevin Campbell came out for the 14th time saying that he's gay. Like, what's going on with that?
Tevin Campbell is gay.
Tevin Campbell.
God,
Tony, you didn't know? The dude that made, can we talk?
Can we talk
for a minute? And I want to know.
You should have been singing Boy,
right?
Yeah, boy, yeah, right. Boy, can we talk? I get it. But so you didn't know he was gay?
Oh, y'all didn't know that?
No, did you know that?
Well, after the boat ride that I went on this weekend, it seemed like it's a lot of gay men out here, Shawn. You all right?
Another reason we not shooting no shots over here, because we don't even know if it's a shot worth shooting.
Right,
I'm going to keep my shot.
Now, Tony, the world famous B Love Bernadette's on the phone. Okay.
Hey, Tony.
Now, Tony, so you're saying you didn't know that Tevin Campbell was gay?
Nah, I had no clue, man.
Let's clap for that. So it makes sense that he came out for the 17th time, because a lot of people don't know that he's gay.
I mean, but what's the big thing? I mean, you know what I'm saying? If you want to be proof, I mean, do we need to tell everybody everything?
Right.
But Tony,
I have to put it on. We have to wear it on our chest. I'm single and I don't shoot my shot. I'm gay. Like, do we have to put it all on our chest on a nameplate now, Tony?
But Tony,
I think so, because I mean, hey, shoot, I'm thinking about coming back straight. Can I do that?
No, don't bother, please.
No, you can't do that.
On this side of the fence
you too deep in the abyss. You can't do that. Now, Tony, let me ask you this question. We talked about this. And Tony, did you? But like all the rest of us, there was a lot of number ones in the chat room. A lot of people. Remember back in the day, Tevin came out with that album, that Am I Ready album. Everybody bought that album, right? B. Tony, did you buy that? Did you buy that album when Tevin was hot back in the day?
Yeah, I probably did. I'm sure I did.
Now, Tony, there was a shooting out in everybody. Tony Bird's on the phone. Follow her on all social media. This is the homie.
Yes.
She got more.
Yes.
And she's a straight up stud. And she has more gator shoes than I do.
I do.
Now, Tony, unfortunately there was a shooting out in Memphis. The two gay lovers, African American, one wanted to break up with the other or whatever, and she shot her, and somebody got killed and somebody survived, and you hear unfortunately a lot of these domestic violence or shootings with the studs. and they're ladies. And I did a show in Rikers Island with A.G. White back in the day. There was a lot of, in the men's division, there was a lot of, men there for domestic violence. And I had a problem with doing a show like that in the jail with men with a domestic, like, why should they be laughing? But Tony, I had the stats, I'm gonna read them before the show. There's a lot of studs, especially with African-American women, that have a lot of domestic violence issues and that are in jail. Now, B, we have Tony on the phone. She's qualified to kind of like talk about this issue. Tony, and one of my beloved listeners, Kwani Kwan, said that, she was approached by a stud, and studs are very aggressive when they approach the ladies. Tony, why is there a lot of domestic violence in the stud world?
Well, I mean, domestic violence is all over the place.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? So, we come from a lot of aggression. Don't matter if you're a man or a woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I had to take anger management classes. You know what I'm saying?
No, I appreciate your transparency, Tony.
You know what I mean? Because we all come from some type of, trauma. You know what I'm saying? So domestic violence is just it's rampant in the community. Period. Whether it's women on women, men on men, men with women, women with men.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So, it's not surprising to me because I've seen it. I've done it. You know what I'm saying? So, it's up to that individual to get that type of help if he or she knows that they have those characteristics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but be on top of real life trauma situations that we all have. I would think that, okay, if you found your identity for being, gay, and like I said, I love the gay folks. I've been to 3 gay parades, so knock it off, everybody.
Right.
I almost bought the rainbow shirt, but the man in me was like, nah, I'm good.
Don't worry, I got a rainbow shirt for you. I got a flag, so don't worry.
Yo, so give me the flag. Matter of fact, Tony, let's go to Lincoln Park at the September the 1st in the beginning. I'm open that day. Now, Tony. Tony, I get what you're saying is so correct, and I think we all can agree upon it. But Tony, my whole thing is, if you reach your salvation and you have your identity for being gay or stuff, whatever it is, and you and you're with someone that's also gay or it's straight, it doesn't matter. But let's just stick with the gay folks. If you found that person and you know your true identity, what's the argument about? Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay.
Y'all arguing about the same thing.
But Shawn, I can say that about the straight community too.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
About the same issue we argue about.
Yeah, but we arguing about the same, but it's a man-woman thing. Right? This is a woman-woman thing. What are you arguing about?
I mean, Shawn, we arguing about the same thing you arguing.
What are you arguing about? No, you're not. No, you're not. Me and my wife. No, we don't. No, we don't. Me and my wife don't argue about her tampons and all that. No, we don't.
Well, because you grown now. You a grown ass man. But I'm sure when you was in your 20s, or your teenage years, I'm sure you've had some difficulties.
Yes, I've had. No question about it.
You said his teenage years. He just got good, Tony. He just got right 2 years ago. Like what?
I'm just saying.
You're right.
I'm just saying, like, we all come from some sort of trauma.
But Tony, you're in lesbian heaven now.
Nah, there's no heaven, bro. Ain't no heaven just because, let me just say this, right? When you're not of the norm, when you're not considered the norm of the norm, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's always going to be eyes, comments, and things of that nature put upon us. But what we have to realize, we are all in the same boat.
True.
Right.
Ain't no different from me slapping my girl or my girl slapping me versus your girl slapping you.
Right.
You know that's not to say you slapping her though.
Right. Right. No, I get it. My whole thing is, no, Tony, you're not going to get no argument from me. I agree with everything that you're saying. I just say if we're lesbian and we're in a happy place, like we're two lesbians and got together, or heterosexual, it doesn't matter, like you said.
Shawn, it doesn't matter. Just because you have your identity, that's just like saying you found your happy place, right? You happy but everybody around you is not happy, what do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can't. That's not. I don't think that it's a difference because it plays. I grew up watching, men hit women.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I grew up watching that.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's no different from a woman hitting a woman.
I got you.
Period.
No, I got it. This is very interesting. Now, Kwani said that the lesbian, was very aggressive trying to hit on her. Tony, what's the studs opening line? Like B said, "Hey, how you doing?" Like we trying to get B to talk to a man, but she's so traditional.
I mean, sometimes it depends on that woman that go by you. You know what I'm saying?
What do you say, Tony? What do you say, Tony?
I say, hey, what's going on? How you doing, sweetheart? You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's as far as I'm going to go. I'm not going, chase her down the street and, make her feel uncomfortable. I don't know if she like women, into women. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't even think, I've never been like that. Women have always approached me. So really, I have never been that.
Hold on.
I haven't really been that type of, boy, girl, or come at a chick like that.
Now, hold on. Stop for a second. Let's clap for that. B, I don't hear you clapping. Chat room clap. Because she just said women come after her. And for the last 40 minutes, I've been trying to convince these women to talk to men. Tony is a glorious stud, and women are coming after her. She knocking these women away from her. Tony, when the women come over to you and say, what the women saying to you, Tony?
They be like, how you doing, baby? Damn, you look good. I'm like, oh, thank you. What's up? It depends if I like, if that energy is the same. If it ain't the same, then it be just regular. Like, oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Let them know, like, I'm not interested. So the conversation stops here.
Hey, B Love, let's role play. Tony, you stay right there. You by the wall. B, there go Tony walking by. Tony got on the pink gaiters with the pink top, with the button down, with the Yankee fitted, with the jeans on.
Ooh.
That's a dope outfit, right, Tony? That's a dope outfit, right?
Yeah, you heard me say, ooh.
And she smell good. She smell good. Now, B, she walking by, right? And you looking at her. And we already know neighbors ain't ish. You want to go to the other side just real quick. Just for this. You're on the other side, B. For
just for a moment. I just want to go for
B,
a moment.
you are gay for 15 seconds.
For 15. Well, the pink gaiters and the pink shirt with the fitted took me to the other side.
Thank you.
So go ahead.
Thank you. You can't say Harvey don't know how to dress a stud.
Okay.
And Tony, and look, matter of fact, let's just take it to a whole nother level. Tony just got off the stage from ripping. Look at you here, Tony. Tony just got off the stage from ripping.
Hey. I'm laughing. She funny. She look good. She smell good. I got 15 seconds to gay.
You got no. Let's bump that up to 20 seconds. You got 20 seconds to be gay.
I got 20 seconds if I shoot my shot.
And you shooting your shot. Go ahead. Everybody quiet. Everybody quiet. We at the club. Tony just finished ripping. Tony still smell good. Pink gaiters, pink top, jeans with the fitted, hair braided.
Hey.
Go ahead. Tony walks by you. What you saying, B?
Not a damn thing.
All right, let's clap for that. Let's clap for that.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You gonna say something? You gonna
Tony's like, you gonna holler at me, girl. You gonna holler. What? You gonna holler?
All right, listen.
You gonna say something?
Listen.
Hey, Shawn, you know what happened to me though?
Go ahead.
I did. I just got finished ripping the stage, and I was talking about sucking a lollipop.
Right.
I can't make this shit up. I came off the stage. This was at Symphony Space Theater.
Right.
I come off the stage. I'm coming through the back to go outside. This lady is standing there, and she gives me a lollipop, bro. I didn't know how to take it. I just took the line. She was like,
Not
such a good job. I didn't know she wanted me to suck it right there in front of her.
no, Tony.
I didn't even know. I just kept walking.
No,
bro,
Tony. Let me school you on the stud move, okay?
All right,
Wait, he's schooling you on this stuff.
I can teach studs. I can teach studs. Tony, you were supposed to unwrap that lollipop and just put it right back in the mouth. And then, Tony, walk away. Okay.
Oh, okay. That's
Now,
what I was supposed to do.
Now, while I got you both on the phone, we great talents on the phone right now. Everybody, B Love is on the phone. Also, the super hilarious Tony Bird. Love these young ladies. God bless. Now, just to switch up real quick before we get out of here. You're not going to believe this, but the world famous basketball player Dennis Rodman is going to go over to Russia to negotiate the release of the political prisoner Brittany Griner.
Right.
Now, people go, Dennis Rodman, are you kidding me?
That's what I just got. I was just on my live talking about that, Shawn.
Oh.
He gonna go over there. They gonna wind up keeping his ass.
Now,
No,
you
he's
know what? Both of
negotiated
them is
something
gay.
else before.
Both of them is gay. They gonna come back from Russia straight. That's all I know.
Now-
Wow.
now, B. Now, you see, Tony says you just finished talking about this. Now, B, here we go. Now, let's go with the history. I don't know if you guys noticed. I know Princess. Is Princess still in that chat room? Princess, God bless you.
Yes.
Princess knows this. And if I'm mistaken, Princess, please help me out. Tony Bird and B Love, Dennis Rodman and Michael Jordan are perceived as gods in North Korea. They don't look at them as normal people. Dennis Rodman went to North Korea. They gave him a full military parade.
Damn.
He loves, and who's my favorite dictator, Kim Jong-un, because if we had Kim Jong-un doing COVID, we wouldn't have COVID for so long, because if you walked outside of North Korea with COVID, they would shoot and kill you.
Oh, wow.
So that COVID number went down.
That COVID number went
So, but check this out. And Princess, help me out with this. Back in the day, Tony Bird and B Love, Dennis Rodman negotiated the release of a prisoner, a political prisoner in North Korea for the exchange of 7 basketballs and a Jordan and Rodman Chicago Bull t-shirt.
Get out of here.
No, I made that part up.
All right.
I
I
like
knew that
that.
wasn't true.
But he did negotiate the release of a prisoner.
He
Did
did.
they release him?
They released the
Yes.
prisoner.
Yes.
Yo,
that's very true.
Tony Bird, Rodman went up. Princess, help me out with this. Rodman went over there and had a basketball clinic with former NBA players. The United States denounced him for going over there. But he went there, had a basketball tournament. Kim Jong-un loves him, and then they negotiated the release of this prisoner that the United States government couldn't even do. So when
But I'm
we...
gonna tell you, I don't care who goes over there. I don't think they letting her go. You know what I'm saying? We in the middle of a straight war. It's gonna be a civil war out here. They not letting, they holding on. It's a war. You see how much money they sending over there to that country? They can't even give us reparations. They sending all this money over there. You think if she gets out of Russia alive with a sound mind, I'm telling you, I'll be surprised.
Now,
that will surprise me.
Now, B.
Yeah.
He's going, and thank you, Tony. He's going to Russia to negotiate the release of Brittany Griner. If he does this, we got to take Dennis Rodman to a whole nother level. Now,
Rodman for president?
it's what?
Dennis Rodman for president?
Does Dennis Rodman for president? Now, I want to ask you, B, and then I'll go back to Tony with this. And you know, I'm following this Brittany Griner case. You know, she's done. She's doing time in jail until they do this trade off.
They trying to make ass coach.
She was, that's hilarious. She was, and I want to know how you feel about this, B. Brittany Griner was anti-government back in the day. She was almost a socialist. She didn't give a damn about the United States, and you know, so on and so forth. And she has every right to have that opinion. And that's the one thing that I don't care what you say that makes this country great. You can talk all the ish you want. Matter of fact, you can listen to B Love talk ish on Wednesday night.
Right.
Because I don't care what you say, the government allows it. They don't have social media in all these places in some of these countries, or internet or Wi-Fi.
Right.
B, because of her stance, which she has every right to have that stance in this country, do you think that hurts her? Because when she got locked up, now she said she voted for the first time and she voted for Biden and all this. Do you think that hurts her chances of being anti-government or almost socialist to get out of the? Because I'm thinking, if I'm Joe Biden, if I'm the president of the United States, and you anti-American, which you have every right to be, I'm a slow place trying to get you out. I don't know. That's just me. I might be catching some feelings. But B, what's your opinion on that?
She said she was anti.
Well, she didn't say that, but that was her sentiment. She wasn't about the government. She wasn't about none of that. Which everybody has that right.
But why would she even bring that up?
Well, that's no, but that's back in the day. You know how people talk how you feel about the government. Yo, this government is this government is that. You have that right to do it. You have the right to say that.
She has that. They have that on video. Her saying that.
I gotta look that up, but that's what I heard.
It ain't on the record, but it's off the record. Here's all I'm gonna say about that.
Yeah, what you gonna say about that?
Her taxes paid, because if her taxes are paid, y'all better come get me. I don't know about y'all, but I pay at 37% tax bracket. I am in a hot. You gonna come get me? You taking almost half my check? Y'all better come get me. I don't care if I'm in Russia with Kim Jong-un, him or her, them and them. You better come get me, America.
All right.
If I belong to you, come get me. Period.
And even if you have these anti-government sentiments, even though you pay your taxes,
if my taxes are paid, I don't give a rat's ass what my opinion is. You better come get me. I paid my taxes. I'm a citizen.
That's hilarious. Tony, let me ask you this question. Everybody, the hilarious Tony Bird's on the phone, and the podcaster B Love is on the phone. Tony, there's a lot of, and I know like in the times that we live in now, they're starting to release prisoners that were convicted of nonviolent crimes such as marijuana in this country, Tony. But Tony, there's a lot of, especially African Americans, B, and I think you would agree with that. We don't have the stats, but if we, I'm for sure that I wouldn't bet my life on it, but I believe that there's more brown and Latino men that are in jail for marijuana convictions right to this day.
Absolutely.
And then there's these new laws throughout the states that are forgiving these crimes and releasing folks out into the public again. But there are still folks that are in jail for drug convictions and a minor conviction of marijuana. Why we can't? What about them, Tony?
Yeah.
Why we can't release? This is in our own country.
That's true.
Why listen? All due respects to Brittany, that's in another country for a drug conviction. Tony, how do you feel about the folks that are in jail right now, convicted of marijuana, and everybody's running around trying to help her get out?
Well, that's a damn shame, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? What can we say? I mean, we see it in our face. We see how this country truly is, so it's not, what can we say? We could talk about this all day long, but are they still going to let those people out? No.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No. They're not letting them out. I just seen a video where they was, 3 cops was literally beat the hell out of this person. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Where's this taking place at? How do you still got people locked up for marijuana, but yet it's legal?
Right.
Which shouldn't have been illegal from the rip.
True.
If you know anything about the marijuana, the history of marijuana, if you know about the history of marijuana, you would know that it was all a setup anyway. You understand? Because these major pharmaceutical companies right now being sued for all those Oxycontins and all of those pills that killed their family members, they getting millions and millions of dollars from these pharmaceutical companies. Who is paying us for what they've done in our community? Who can we sue for the crack, the heroin, the alcohol, all of that has brought nothing but destruction in our communities.
Yeah.
Who can sue for that?
See? So this is an open discussion. So again, like, I know that she's popular and she's famous and she's a famous basketball player, but this is a bigger issue.
Honestly, you know what I'm saying? She should have been aware of what she was doing. You go into another country. You go into a whole nother country. Who is at war, really? Have been at war. You understand? As soon as Biden came in, as soon as they got rid of Donald Trump, well, not really got rid of him, but as soon as they got him out of the office and they put Joe Biden in, once they seen the relationship was going with Russia, you have to think, like, you know what I'm saying? What's going on out here? That's her fault. And I'm not saying that consequences should be this severe. No, it shouldn't be this severe. But at the end of the day, you going into another country, and it's sad. Why does she even have to go over to Russia to play ball? You know why?
Right.
Because the WNBA ain't making money like the NBA.
Right.
And if that NBA would sponsor, you know, the WNBA, where these women could really see some money from what they're doing, then maybe they wouldn't have to go to these other countries and play their sports. So she put herself in a trap. Should the consequence be this severe? No way. You understand? But at the end of the day, you can't fly to a whole new country because you got vape oils that's approved out here but not approved out there.
All right, B, we're going to give you the last word on that before we move on. One more thing we're going to talk about, then we're going to get out of here. Let's applaud Tony Bird. Boy, Jesus Christ.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ. We know. And I tell you, let me add on to that before B says her piece. I tell you one thing, if you're traveling internationally today, you're not trying to sneak that vape pipe in nowhere.
You better not.
Go ahead, B.
I went to DR. They not playing. When I went to DR, before you get on that plane to come back to America, there's a dog right there. So a dog. Right before, as you are getting on that plane, even after you pass all of that, you pass security, you did all of that. Right before you get on a plane, there's a dog right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but what are you taking from the DR though? What you extorting from the DR though? I'm just trying to figure out.
Right, you know, hey, listen, I don't know, one of them boys, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of that going on over there.
Yeah, of course, it's a lot. Yeah, you can actually buy a kid in the
Yeah, you know, I mean, they selling sex over there like it ain't nothing.
Yeah,
Trust me. And DR is taking American money and they're building up their country.
Hold on, before we thank you, Tom.
That's a whole nother topic.
That's another. Well, we can kind of segue into that. B, I know a man that did the Dominican Republic thing. I'll put it in one chat room if you've ever been to the Dominican Republic. And B, the moment you get off the plane, there's kids there trying to sell things to you. They even ask for money. The sex is rampant all over the place.
God. I'm saying, but you trying to smuggle a kid back? I'm just trying to figure out what the dog what you smuggling out of DR. Because if anything, I'm trying to smuggle something in, but I ain't smuggling nothing out.
Go ahead, Tony.
No, I'm saying they tried me. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I got off the plane, but I left the thing home. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't want to go to jail for that. Not in DR. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how they feel about toys.
Now, Princess. That's funny. Princess just said in the chat room. Princess Cox Newport said in the chat room just now. Back in the day when he had dreads, he would take 20 bags of weed and put it on the plane. He can't do that. Well, obviously, he can't do that today. Now, speaking of that, Desean Watson, the football player who played with the Dallas Texans, now signed this unbelievable. And B, maybe you might want to look this up for me real quick before we leave. He signed this unbelievable contract with the Cleveland Browns, Tony Bird and B Love. $300 million. I think it's like one of the biggest contracts ever, but he's suspended because of all these allegations. And we talked about this before, but
yeah, I was about to say that's that perv guy, right?
Yeah. And the NFL suspended him for only 5 games. I think it was about 20 to No. But first
11
they suspended him for 5.
Okay.
And it was an outrage because basically they probably wanted to put him in jail. All this was a civil situation. I don't think it got to criminal yet, and they suspended him for 5 games. And then what they did the other day, they added another 6 games to make it 11 games. B.
Right.
And this is looking real messy. That it's almost like the Bill Cosby situation where all these women are coming out saying that, you know, he followed her, he did this and he did that. My question to you, B, if you was the owner of the football team and you just paid this guy and they gave him Princess, how much was his guaranteed contract? I think they gave him $50 million right off the top without even throwing the ball down the field yet. B, if you was the owner of the Cleveland Browns and you just signed this man for all this money and 30 women are coming out, and even more than that,
Wow.
whether if this is true or not, which is, I can't minimize saying that because if it's not true, then this is horrific. But if you got 30 women coming out, 20 to 30
Right.
women, something's wrong.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
B, if you invested $300 million in a player, how would you deal with this type of behavior if it's true?
If I was the owner of the team, I would take the L. You know what I'm saying? Only because, you know, a lot of these teams, while they want the player, they want the wins, they also don't want the bad publicity. And they don't want to be tied to this nonsense. But even more so than that, you need to sit his ass down. The fact that I would try to figure out every way, I need every lawyer on the phone, because a lot of them have these clauses in their contracts about, you know, you have to behave a certain way, you have to act a certain way. I'm trying to take all my money back and sit him down. How disgusting. You know, for somebody to be in this place of privilege, you have money. Chicks, they're throwing themselves at you. They're okay with you doing what you want to do. So why is it that the ones who don't are the ones that need, you know what I'm saying, are the ones you're pursuing and you're victimizing? I would sit his ass down, try to figure out how to take my $300 million back and kick his ass to the curb. Get out of here, Desean Watson.
Now, Tony, let me ask you this question. Since women are offering you lollipops, well, I wish I could come off the stage and women offer me a lollipop.
Listen,
Tony,
Yeah.
the times that we live in today, B, but I'm gonna direct this to Tony, then I'll shoot it back to you, B. In the time that we live in today with the NFL is the most popular with women of all ages. Women carry almost 40% of the audience for the NFL, which let's clap for that. So women play a viable place in professional football via the marketplace as a customer. This is the most employed executive positions for women in the NFL. I think one of the women, I think we talked about this the other day. Princess, look this up for me. I think there's the first NFL executive, like the president of the team, right? Tony, don't you? If 20 to 30 women have come out with allegations with this young man, should the NFL look at it like as far as the women that support the NFL and go, wait a minute, well, let's suspend this guy for a year or indefinitely because we do have a large base of women that support the NFL. What's your thoughts on that?
Hey, listen, you know what? I agree. You need to go sit down somewhere. Because if it's that many women saying that, something ain't right. Something ain't right. I don't think you should be allowed to continue playing until they find out all the facts.
right.
I mean, I hate to say that. If it was one or two, I get it. But you have multiple women saying the same thing. At that many women, something ain't right. Something ain't right. Didn't he pay? Didn't he give somebody some money? Didn't he do something? Didn't they do? I think I heard something. I'm not sure, but I can't really think right now.
I'll try to find out.
I think that
They trying to buy some chicks off, like he's paid women off to be quiet. And my thing is, you still negotiating with this dude. This is, first of all, this whole thing has been in the news for like a minute.
Yeah.
And the fact that there's still negotiations happening, the fact that he still has an opportunity to work, that's disgusting to me.
Now let's go a step further with this. Now he has 11-game suspension, right? B Love and Tony Bird. When he comes back on the 12th game, guess what? He's playing his former team that he left a year ago, the Houston Texans. Is that coincidence? Because this would be a high rating football game. Do you think that the NFL is treading on thin ice with this as far as their women supporters, or do you think women don't even care? What's up with that, B?
Honestly, Shawn, I think that's the problem. There's no accountability. We're still going to go to the games. We're still going to cheer. We're still going to watch because it's almost like, other stuff. Okay, so one person is acting inappropriately, but that doesn't really speak to the league. What we're not thinking about is it's the league who's condoning this ish by paying this for this amount of money to continue these actions. So it's like we are, on one hand, women are supporting and allowing it. But I think we just so like, it's just one situation. So it doesn't really, it's not all football. You know what I mean? I want to see my Jets win. So the hell with Desean Watson. He's on the Cleveland Browns. I don't care. But we should care. Because what's going on is, and the funny part is, and let me just say this. He's not the only one. These men in privilege who make a lot of money do these things because they feel like they can. And because they sweep it under the rug. It's not that important. It's just a woman with a complaint. And the fact of the matter is that this behavior is not only condoned, they're paying them to do it. It's despicable. I'm just saying, we need to have more of a voice with that.
Let me ask you a question. And then we go back to the salary of the WNBA, and then we're going to get out of here. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Great show. Put a number 1 chat room if you enjoyed the show today. Put a number 2 if you didn't. B, would you go right into and Tony? You still there, Tony?
Yes, I'm still here.
Would you guys go into judgmental zone if you saw a woman wear a Desean Watson jersey?
No, I don't know. I don't know either.
Because if I saw a woman wear a Desean Watson jersey, I'm like, yo, what's going on with this?
Right.
Like, are you really co-signing this? I'm just saying.
I mean, people co-sign the nonsense all the time. You know what I'm saying? Felicia Rashad co-signed Bill Cosby's ish. So it's like, hey, people don't think it's okay in their mind. Some people can separate these things, between the athlete and this man. So would I judge? I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to get into a fight over it. I would definitely side-eye her, like, really, sis?
Now,
but I wouldn't get into.
Well, maybe she don't know what's going. Maybe she don't know what's going on.
Right. So sort of like you didn't know Tevin Campbell was gay. You got a point there.
Right. I didn't know that.
Right. Right. So maybe there might be a woman on this planet that just don't know. Right. I'm not joking. I'm not trying to be funny, but it's true. There might be a woman out here that don't know that Desean Watson is nasty as hell, and he pulls his slong out and want to make love to himself while these chicks are rubbing his back.
Right.
Now, Tony, let's clap. I'm gonna clap. We got B Love and Tony Bird on. Let's clap. Let's us three clap. Let's us three clap.
Yeah.
Now, chat room, please clap. Okay. Tony, B was about to go on her little high horse earlier in the show about. No, I'm sorry. I don't know if it was you, B. Hold on, but let me clarify. There's back to the, and then I'm not gonna talk about this no more. Back to the Brittany Griner thing, because I don't know, for some reason I'm obsessed with it. It's this whole thing about women don't earn enough money, so they need the second job, and if she didn't have the second job, she had to go to Russia to make money. To me, I don't buy that. And they saying that, and a lot of people said, and I don't know which one of y'all said this on the show, that women should make the same amount of money in WNBA stars as the NBA stars. Tony Bird, I totally disagree with that. I'm sorry. I don't think that the WNBA women should be making that LeBron money. No. LeBron just signed what was that, a $97 million deal for 2 years, $44 million a year?
Wow. Yeah, he did. And that was partially for his son, too. You know that, right?
That was what?
That's partially for his son, too.
What do you mean?
Like, his son is getting something out of that deal.
Oh, I didn't know that.
know I heard about it. I can't. I recall them talking about it, but he is, you know what I'm saying, securing his son to make sure he got a spot in the NBA.
Tony Bird, do you think that the WNBA women should be making equal or something close to the NBA?
You know what?
And then I'm gonna ask B that question.
No.
Okay.
No, it's not the same thing. Unfortunately, I don't get the same excitement or interest as I do when I go watch the men play. I'm sorry, ladies. I'm sorry. I love y'all, but it's not the same thing.
Do you really love the ladies?
I do, but I don't want to watch
So
them play ball.
you're not gonna approach a man and you think that the women shouldn't get paid like the men.
When it comes to basketball, I just think it's a different vibe. Like when you go to a game, you know what I'm saying? There's a whole vibe and excitement about being at a game, watching the game. I just don't get that same vibe from the women. I just really don't. And so, you know, it's not the same. Sorry.
Tony, do you think that the women should get paid the same as the men?
No, they need more support.
Yeah.
You know, if they got more support, then yeah, they should be making that kind of money. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's sad. You know, I can't say, oh yeah, pay them. If they're not filling out the stadium.
Right.
I went to a WNBA game with my third baby mother back in the day when the New York Liberty started playing basketball. You guys remember that? Remember the first when they started playing that about 25 years ago? Tony, we go, and I shared this story on the phone on the show many times. I took my third baby mother there. She was a bad bitch, of course. She's a bad bitch.
You say what happened?
She was a bad bitch. And B, the New York Liberty game is lesbian headquarters.
Right.
All the lesbians come to the game.
Right.
And don't you know about 10 of them? I shared this story many times. About 10 of them hit on my baby mother right there, right in front of my face at the New York Liberty game. And that was the last time I went to a New York Liberty game because I was traumatized. I was in Stud Central, and they tried to take my baby mother away from me. So,
ain't nobody wants
But you
your
did.
baby mama.
You do know you had the upper hand, Shawn, right?
all right, listen. Let's clap. Great show, guys. Tony.
You do know you had the upper hand, Shawn. You had the win. Don't worry. Nobody was taking your boo.
No doubt. All right, so
Nobody ain't want your baby mama, Shawn.
thank you. All right, Tony, we're going to leave you with the last word. Then we're going to leave B with the last word, and we're going to get out of here, man. Listen, I want to say I appreciate both of you, B. We'll see you tomorrow. Tony, I appreciate you, but I appreciate both of y'all for taking the time to chop it up with me, and I want to thank both of y'all, and I love y'all to death. Tony, you get the last word. Let them know where they can find you, and B, you get the last word, and we're going to get out of here. Let's go.
Oh, so, all right, Shawn, I just want to say, bro, thank you, man. Much love and respect. Hey, listen, people, be safe out there. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention. To be aware is to be alive. You know what I'm saying? And have a good day. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the knowledge and that affirmation. And where can they find you?
Oh, Bird Gang Comedy, BYRD. Bird Gang Comedy or comedian Tony Bird. Tony with an I, Bird with a Y. Tony with an I, Bird with a Y. That's where I'm at, y'all.
And
all social media platforms.
And ladies, if you got a strong desire to give Tony a lollipop, she'll be in your town near you.
You know what, Shawn? See, that's what we not going to do. You know what I'm saying? I love you, bro. Nah, thanks, Shawn, for inviting me in. Have a good day, guys.
No doubt. B, you got the last word.
Listen, real quick, just say a prayer for my mom. She in the hospital. I'm getting ready to go see her right now. So if y'all could just lift her up in prayer, I appreciate it. Again, thank you.
No doubt. Everybody, if you don't mind, let's put some prayer emojis in for Tony Bird's mother not feeling well in the hospital, and she's going over there to see her now. B, where can they find you? Because my knees are hurting.
All right, Sorry. So, guys, you can, first of all, thanks as always, Shawn. I always have a great time. I love being on here. I love you and the show. You can find me at LGL Real Talk on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I have a show every Wednesday at 6 p.m., guys. I do pop-ups all the time. Please follow me, and please make sure you're checking out my show. Shawn, thank you so much. I love waking up with you in the morning. Really appreciate you guys. Everybody have a great day.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow. Much love. I will shout out the chat room tomorrow. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for spending the time this morning here on the show. This is where you get your morning love. But most importantly, it's the only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Prentice Cox, no pause. I'm out, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Let's go.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, baby. Tomorrow. And we're going to start on time tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Don't worry about it. Let's go.